not going to be full. Oh, phew. Where did I get to? There. So I'm fairly certain we're not going to complete this on what we have left. So it's 2,000 litres a barrel. So we used 4,500 getting this far. What's half of 4,000? We need 2,200 more. And I've got 1,400, so I'm going to need another 1,000 litres at least to complete this field. So might need to take the Land Rover back to the store. Should have bought 4 tanks. I think if we use these 3 or buy 3 more, that will give us enough to maybe do another contract. See if there's one on the south side. There's a lane that heads east. See if there's one up there that we can get done. I'm guessing most of them are probably down by Oak Glen Farm. Could look at that. So that's baling, fertilizer, no, that's baling. Huh. There's a 16, there's a 15. And there's an 11. So 15, field 21, field 28. Yeah, 21's over, 28's over there, 21 is convenient. So maybe I could do 21. Oops. But it doesn't hurt to have extra tanks of fertilizer on hand. Probably not going to use much of it on our fields at this point. I think on our fields we've got a couple. Got a couple with oilseed radish. So 8 and 26. We'll be messing with those later. Into the spring, I'm going to do sunflowers in one, I think sugar beets in one. We'll rip up the grass in field 3 and we'll plant potatoes possibly, or sugar beets, whichever. Sunflowers going in the adjacent next field over, which is currently covered in oilseed radish. And then the 2 fields closer to the farm will have potatoes and sugar beets split between them. So that's that plan. But we can't plant those until spring, so no big worry about those at the moment. And then they will need fertilizing, so that's the next time we'll want liquid fertilizer anywhere. I am planning, well, I could buy some herbicide because I think I've only got 1 tank of that, and I am planning to put herbicide on a lot of our fields this year because they are in a sorry state at the moment. A bit like this one. That's something I noticed on the Old Stream farm. There are spraying contracts where you can spray a field for weeds. Wonder if we'll see any here. I'm not a mod. I'm not a map maker, so I don't know how that's set up and whether it's the types of contracts you can get are actually set within the map constraints. But herbiciding this field will be fun. And when we do eventually maybe buy this field, I am going to need some seriously bigger equipment. Because like I said, our harvester is good enough. But our sprayer, I probably will seriously consider something along the lines of a self-propelled to do this field. At which point all the other fields get that benefit as well. And again, this sprayer is good enough for the jobs that we have. It does kind of take a little while to get done. We've been doing this field for about an hour now. It would be nice to move on, but it is what it is. But obviously, the limiting factor here is our tank capacity and how often I have to keep refilling it. And having a good sized self-propelled does mean that we can get the job done a little bit, well, with fewer stops. But crop protection, we've got the Star, we've got the Rubicon, 9,000 litres, that's 3 times what we can carry in this. And the working speed's 15, so it does things quicker. It has a huge boom. So yeah, we could do the job twice as fast with 3 times the capacity. So I kind of like that plan, but unfortunately, yeah, 500,000. That's an extravagance at the moment. Especially where, yeah, you want to grow the farm, you need land, not bigger equipment. A big giant £500,000 pound sprayer does not produce more crops from a field, or any more crops than this £150,000 get up. Okay, we're down to 20% on the tank. So I don't think I'm going to make it back to the Land Rover on this pass. Might get lucky, I might do, but I don't think I will. So what I might do is get 2 tanks of fertilizer and 1 tank of herbicide, or 2 tanks of herbicide. We should get 4 tanks on the back of that trailer. And that should see us through part of the year. As I said, fertilizer, herbicide we're going to do in spring and just get our fields cleared. Well, the fields that don't have oilseed radish will get cleared. And then we won't have to worry about weeds for the harvest. or the loss of product yield because of weeds for the harvest. But for right now, I mean, normally I'm not too worried about weeds. It's a small penalty. Okay, that's done. Yeah, it's a relatively small penalty. You fertilize the fields and you more than make up for the amount you lose to the weeds. Plus the weeds aren't 100% of the field. They're small patches, but you look at the number of patches on this field and we're getting into 10-20% potentially coverage, and you're not getting 2 times the stop. You're not getting 2 times the yield when you're using precision farming. So, there we go. Turn the car on and very gingerly let's drive back down to the store. Oops. Very gingerly let's drive like a maniac and pass these slowpokes. Like I said, the vehicle's, I think part of the reason the vehicle is so flighty is because A, the speed it goes, and the length of the wheelbase. It's only a short wheelbase vehicle, I think. 1 row seating. And, oops. And the steering is, it's a very light steering vehicle, so you only have to turn the wheel very, very slightly, whereas on the tractors you have to turn the wheel quite a ways to get them to do what you want sometimes. So it makes sort of fine-tuning your direction in a tractor a lot easier than in this vehicle. I mean, I'm barely using a 90% steer to get around that corner, or 90-degree steer. Which is less than 25% of the possible that we could do. So we're going to do 2 pallets of fertilizer. And 2 pallets of herbicide. Okay, let's drive that around the back. Ooh. And right about there, I guess. That one there. Put that on the back for now. Oh, of course, doing it this way, that's going to make it a little more tricky to get the fertilizer in the sprayer. Because up until now we've been loading from the rear. Oops, excuse me. Keep walking into that tank. Probably, I don't know, I think I may have made a mistake here. Not gotten enough. Yeah, that'll do. I don't think I've got enough fertilizer to do all of the fields that I could. But we've definitely got the herbicide to spare for next year. Anyway, back to the field. And stuck behind more cars. Yay. Can we pass these guys already? I don't think we did. Because they go straight across at the... Whoa! Yay, airborne. That's bad. Yeah, that's kind of bad. I'm not sure that that is going to right itself if I try and connect to it. We'll have a go. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have to bring in the telehandler. And this is delaying everything. Oh, well. Okay then. That worked. Completely unexpected. I was not expecting to be able to recover that with the vehicles at hand. And I am breaking the speed limit. Yay. Okay, so we have nearly got this job done, so yay us. And this should work out fine, I guess. So, how are we doing on the contract? Well, let's have a look. 86% done. I don't think... Oops. It's going to take much more. I don't know. Maybe we do have enough for both. Let's go find out where we got up to. There we go. I can start from this end. We're part of the way back, so this is not going to be a full trip up to the top of the field. We are definitely, this is definitely worthwhile. although it's not going to get us to 200,000 now. I think they only pay out 47 on this one. Oh, no. A bit 205, so yay for that, I guess. I guess that is the nice thing with the smaller farm, or the smaller maps with the smaller fields, is you can knock out 15 contracts in the time it's taken us to do one. Okay, gonna marry this up. There go the Spitfires again. So I'm going down the angle because it's slightly longer than the straight edges. 88. Oy vey. So I think then I'll try and do 21. It's kind of big. This is 70 acres. That's only 20. Well, it's 24. It's about the same size as of some of our fields. But I don't have it. Yeah, it's only 16,000 payout. Oh my goodness. Well, the clouds are cleared up outside, so it looks like the rest of today is going to be fairly nice. I don't have the weather bug installed on my work PC, so I don't have a heads-up weather report. We had 4 straight days of rain from Monday through Thursday. Well, yeah, Monday through Thursday. Yesterday, it was pleasant yesterday. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, I changed views. We are at 90%, so it was about 4% on the pass. So I'm going to have to run up the field and down, and probably a little bit more than that to get this contract done. Although we're not using up too much fertilizer here, so we have the stuff to do it. Oh no, my wife did give me some interesting news about her governor. Her approval rating is so bad, she's decided that mask mandates are not a good thing for her re-election prospects. I think she's up for re-election next year. So, yay, freedom for a year. And then undoubtedly, as soon as she's back in, if she gets re-elected, she'll be locking down like the governor of California did. But we might as well make the most of it while she's worried about her re-election prospects. And hopefully enough people will realise she's part of the problem and we'll have a new governor next year. As far as election promises go, well, marijuana is now legal in the state, and that was one of her promises. The other one was to fix the potholes, and that's not happening quite so much, although we are getting, on a road I travel fairly frequently on, a major update, road improvement scheme and the works. Unfortunately, part of it involves a, what do they call it, reverse diamond interchange, which is really good at improving traffic flow. Unfortunately, if you have traffic signals within 100 yards of it that are not related to it, it tends to exacerbate the traffic problem, and we have traffic signals literally next to it, so I'm not sure it's going to improve traffic like they hope. If the interchange is on its own and there is lots of space, then I think other traffic control measures just don't affect it too much. But I mean, literally there's enough room to 5-6 cars to queue at the next set of lights, and that's probably going to be worse. Did I miss the message or something? No. Okay then. Let's spray a little bit here and see if we can prompt a completion. Come on. But a reverse diamond is where the traffic switches sides as you go past the oops, let's turn that off first, as you go under the highway or over the highway. Very interesting, but they have their places, and our city, probably not so much. Okay, I definitely want 21. So I'll take 21. We got paid for this one, and we'll go top up our tanks again. Uh, 1400. We should have 1100 left on the trailer. And this is where the top speed of this tractor is noticeable. Although I shouldn't worry too much, since